And be alive. Hello guys. Just gonna remove this keyboard. Hi David, how are you buddy? So today we're gonna do a beast of a fly, a difficult pattern. I looked at it and it's not many things in it, but just look at that silver body. There's no ostrich herl covering up the joints between the feathers, etc. Hi Timothy, good afternoon. How are you? And what I did, I have this lovely piece of skin. So I do have the crest up here. I have the bronze one here and the green one. So I prepared a little bit, not too much. Oh, the whole table is full with feathers now. So we have those lovely feathers. And the bronze one, of course, just have a look at them. Not sure. It's not really zooming in. Anyhow, let's focus on the hook and not my face. So let's change the camera angle. I'm moving a bit closer. Let me see. I think that's good. And just to show, here's the crests. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I did look at my toucan. I think it's a bit too light. I need to color it a bit. So I'm going to use a few other bags because we need to have toucan in the tail. So I think I'm going to go with this one. Nice yellowish color. But first, let's start from the beginning. Yeah, David, that monal skin is just fantastic. It's with the whole tail as well. Let me show the tail. Cinnamon, perfect for certain patterns as well. So let's start with the oval silver tinsel in the back. I've seen a few pictures of this fly where they use flat silver tinsel, but in the pattern description I'm reading, it should be oval silver tinsel. So let's go with that. And I'm going to use light wax throughout the whole fly, except... Hi Dave, good afternoon. I'm going to use light wax except for the head later on. And the hook I'm tying on is 5/0 long shank. It's big enough. I did some measuring, just looking at the crest. So yeah, that should be good. Let's start with the oval silver tinsel. Looks a bit thick though. So I took the wrong one. I want to have extra small in the back, and then I go with small over the body. And I've been spending at least half an hour to figure out how I'm gonna do the body, since it's just silver tinsel, nowhere to hide anything. So I think I'm gonna tie in a huge piece of flat tinsel and oval tinsel, and then just go with it throughout the whole fly. So I will not, cut it off and start a new section and a new section. So I'm just gonna have one from the herl and forward, if that makes sense. I'm gonna try that. So there we are. So until there I want to have tinsel So I'm using oval silver tinsel, and then I just use the nails to compress the turns, because you want them to be really tight. There we go. Gonna keep an eye on the chat as well, so I don't miss anything. So what do you guys think about my plan for the body regarding the tinsel? So just tightening it up. Yeah, I don't think doing it in sections, then you risk that you don't have the same flow on the tinsel, so to say. So that's why I want to use the whole section from the beginning, so all the oval tinsel is equal throughout the hook. That was my thought. So just tying it in, securing the tinsel. There we go. And we have a toucan tail. I can't remember doing one ever before. And it's the first time I tie this pattern, of course. So I wonder if I should mix a few white with the yellow. Maybe yellow, white, yellow, white, yellow, white. Yeah, why not? Gives a good structure. And this is, of course, no substitute. This is the real deal. Oh, I don't even see it on the table. Well, let me bring one of my black papers. Otherwise, it's going to be hard. So get rid of that. No sneezing allowed now. So I just need to find the larger ones. I'm going to have two. That's a large one. And that's a large one. You just see, it's nothing. It's just air. So let me remove the other ones back to the bag. Yeah, one piece tinsel, I think that's the best way to do it. Because then it's easier to just do the same distance and the same angle of the tinsel moving forward. You're just securing it with two wraps of the thread while tying in the top and bottom feather. So I think that is the way. And if not, we will notice that, and I will completely fail. So let's pick out 2 yellow toucan as well. I think that's going to be cool. A cool mix. So start with a white, and we put a yellow on. Oops, come on. Then another white, and another yellow. Now I just need to convince these feathers to be best friends. Three are, but not the last one. So I need to change direction of that one. Ah. I go with 4 toucan feathers. Oh, 4, sorry, not 2. So it's hard to tie in 4 at the same time. So I'm gonna try 2 at first. 2 and 2. So some light wax. Just going backwards. There we are. They're not where I want them. That's not too bad. 2 feathers out of 4 in. So let's pair these ones up. Just tying in the last 2 feathers. Just to see where we are. No, they completely twisted. So I'm gonna set one at a time then. So we start with the white. That's okay. A bit more wax. And then we go with the last yellow. There we have a toucan tail with 4 feathers. I think that is a good start. So ostrich herl, if I recall right. Let me have a look. Yes. Just waxing the thread. Going back where I want to tie it in. Some more bags. And we have the nice herl that I colored a couple of days ago. There we are. Just gonna have a look. I think I'm gonna take one more turn. But I want it to be closer to the tinsel. It got a bit off, I think. It's not tight. Now it's tight. It's moving because I don't have that much wax underneath. I think that's okay. So I'm gonna tie that one in. Then we just cut it off. There we go. So next step is to tie in some tinsel, but before a bit of a beer. So I'm gonna tie in the oval silver tinsel first. And I go with a huge size of that, just in case. So really close to the herl there. There we go. Just gonna get this one out of the way and then tie it in. And then I do the same. I'm gonna use actually plastic tinsel today, just so I don't cut off anything. It's a practice run, so to say. There we go. Whoops, that was a bit much wax. Just attaching that tinsel. Just gonna see where it went. Went the other way. That's interesting. So let me redo that. Just tying it in with a few wraps. And cut that one off. Thanks a lot, David. I think the tail looking quite nice to be, as you mentioned, real toucan is not that easiest material to, get a nice look of. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna have, let me see, one section here, one section there, and then we have the last section like here. Okay. So since it's just a tinsel body, we're gonna need to even out the body with some thread. I think, David, you would recognize this one. So I'm just gonna tie that one in. So I'm just doing tight wraps with this material to even out the body. Since silver tinsel doesn't really hide anything. So I'm trying to get similar thickness. it gets stuck. Come on. So I need to be a bit more careful winding this one. The more I look at this pattern, the harder it becomes. So it's not an easy pattern to tie. It's a bit of a challenge, but I kind of like challenges. So slowly getting there. I think that's sufficient. So we're gonna just tie that one in. And this one I'm gonna attach each time and then wrap backwards, so to say, to even out the body as we go. So just secure it so we can get it out of the way. I put it there. Just gonna have a look at the chat. Yeah, correct. You know, when you tie in each section, so you're always gonna get a bump. Doesn't matter how you do it. When I'm winding the tinsel forward, they're gonna overlap. So yeah, it's gonna be one layer of tinsel, actually. So let's just see, because now it's tinsel time. And here I need to be careful about the tinsel. But I make sure it's overlapping all the time, so it's actually going to be more like 2 layers. So I'm covering half the tinsel over half the back part. Now to the interesting part, tying it in. It's going to interfere a lot in my space. Yeah, it will. So I think this one I'm gonna reattach each time and then winding it backwards and then forward again, because it doesn't build up. While this oval tinsel is gonna go from the bottom and the whole way forward. I think that makes more sense. That's how we do it. Otherwise, this is going to interfere way too much. I can have an oval tinsel, working around. I think that's okay. So let's remove that one. Let's add some wax. Yeah, I think that makes sense, Dave. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 wraps of tinsel. One, 2, 3, and 4. Tying it in. Oh, I just need to go to the men's room. A very, very short visit. I'm sorry for that. The beer I had just going through. So I'm gonna work with the tinsel in the way. I'm just gonna leave with it, because then I can ensure we get the same wraps. Just hold on for 1 second. Sorry for that. And there we are. So now to the bronze feathers. Haven't paired anything up. So let's just have a look. Yeah, not so shabby now. So I'm just gonna remove the soft back feather and then just size it up really. So just cutting away the fibers in the front. The feathers are quite curved, so it's going to be interesting and see how we can make them look nice. I just prepare a few. Just look at that shine, eh? So I think these ones are good. Then I want the other side. So I'm just gonna have a look here. Yeah, there we are. So now we have some pairs. So it's doing the same on these feathers. Removing the soft feather bill underneath. They might be a little bit too small, so let me find the bigger ones. There we are. Maybe not. So let me sort them out. Copper. Okay, there we are. So they really bent like that. So just trying to straighten them a bit. See how that works. I think I just gonna put a few wraps around the oval silver tinsel forward to get it out of my way. Then I can just unwind that. No, I cannot. That was a good idea with the, not a complete thought. So let's see how they pair up. There, you see it. So, some backs to the thread. Turning a lot. Let me see. It's not a complete nightmare. Just a few fibers underneath that I need to remove. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna remove the whole feather and then cut them off. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a nice challenge to do this one. The more I touch it, the more they wanna like curve, you see? Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. I didn't even think of that. I think that's gonna make life easier. And looking at this one, I think I'm gonna put it underneath instead. Yeah, so let's start with the tinsel, getting that out of the way. Thanks for the suggestion. Oh yeah, that's gonna be much better. Then we turn that around. Of course, then just gonna put the tinsel a bit there as well. Bit of wax. Let's see if we can put these together again. They were behaving so nicely earlier. There we go. Just need to work with the pairing them up. Easier from this side, I think. There we go. First feather on. I think this one would be the hardest to tie in. I hope I'm right. That's too small. So let me just look in my pile of feathers. That's the same. Here, let's try this one. Yeah, when they are in the right position, then it's going to be easier. And the green ones are much larger, so it's easier. What makes it a bit tricky is the super curve of it. It's really curved. Yeah, challenge, David. I love that. I need to tell you something really funny. Back in the days when I was an architect for global backup solutions, data recovery, I had an request from a company called Symantec who delivered nice backup software and appliances, etc. So they had a small session here in Stockholm for invited companies. They wanted me to present my solution because it was top notch. And I said, hey, yeah, no problem. Let's do it. So I made a nice presentation and so on. And they said, hey, you need to go up on the scene and, present your solution so everybody can know about it. I said, yeah, no problem. Let's do it. So I put on like a wireless headset and I put my presentation on a big screen and I go up on the scene. I think there were like almost 400 people in the audience and I just completely freezed. I got the shivers. So I do like a challenge, but sometimes it can be too much. So we can work with that. So I'm just gonna put some saliva there just to make them look nicer. Yeah, that was a complete nightmare, buddy. So I think we have a start at least. I'm just gonna cut the stems away. So let's see what we can do now. So now we want to go to the section here. Hopefully I can get this right. Yeah, they turned out quite well. It wasn't that easy, but nobody remembers a coward, right? You just need to push on and ensure the feather that they understand that you are in charge. It's not that easy at all times, but yeah. There we go. So now we're just gonna work to even out the body here as well. Oh, come on. So I need to be a bit more careful with this wool, nylon wool. So my intention now is to wrap this one so that the tinsel once again gets on the lower side. That one I can correct. Come on, just stay there. Now we just even up the body. I've also been thinking about how to attach the horns, so to say, of the crest from that we need to include. So I think I'm gonna see if I can add them after the first pair now of green feathers. I'm not sure we want to have the stem on the outside of everything, but yeah, I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it. What do you guys think? So I'm gonna cut off this nylon. There we go. And time for the tinsel. Just a bit of wax to the thread first. Just tying that one in, securing it. Oops. You shouldn't lose your grip. going to be a little bump in the back anyhow. It's really hard not to do it. Okay, if you have a limited of time tying this one. But now we do it live, so. There we go. A few wraps. And then get that out of the way. So let's see if my thought with this one works. Not really. So, 3, 4. So what I'm gonna do this time is to keep it backwards. I'm gonna try that one. But still it has the similar flow. It might work. So now it's time to change the green feathers. So I'm just gonna size a bit. See if I can get it right. Just cutting all the fibers we don't want. Half the fun is to experiment and see how you should do with the tinsel, etc. Trying to reshape the stem. Yeah, that can do. It's going to cut a few more fibers off. And we need to find a similar size. And the one mistake I have done, I haven't steamed these feathers. So I just took them straight out from the skin. Just cleaning up here. There's a lot of fluffy feathers all over the place. So let's see if we can make this a nice pair. No easy feather to work with, really. Just gonna cut a few more fibers on my side. Yeah, that can work. The hard part is to make sure the stems are aligned. So nah. Now I'm gonna try another feather. So the large ones I want to save for last. So just having a look. But still, let me see. Depends on how much I cut off. think it can be easier to work with a bit larger feather. Yeah, that can do. That can work. So let me find another pair to match that one up. See if I can find a straighter one. This one would be much easier to add. So I'm gonna try that. Lucky me, I got the bird out, otherwise it's gonna be very hard with just a few pairs. Yeah, correct. It takes a whole monal to get this pattern done. And the feathers are not really fun to work with. It's no walk in the park, though. So I think this one, I need one for the other side. Now they meet. Okay. But it's good. Then we have the front feathers prepared as well. Yes, look at that. Come on. Beautiful stuff. It's almost worth the pain tying with them. But that's only almost. Just cleaning up all the stuff flying around here. So I'm just gonna see how much I need to cut away. Now we should have something useful. Ah, come on. Look at that mess. So what I might do. I think I'm gonna use my black wax. That's a solution to everything. So I'm just gonna fix these. Black wax. Yeah, the stems are completely buggery. They're not fun to work with at all. But the first pair, as you mentioned, Dave, they went on nice. And hi, John. I was in my zone trying to conquer these evil feathers. Stems from hell. Is it that much longer? Okay. So I'm just gonna cut a bit more fibers. The more I play with the feather, the more uneven it becomes. Yeah, doesn't make sense. So let's just tie it in. And then we just bend it upwards. See, slowly getting there. But a few fibers that don't really want to be. That would work. But as you see, it's not completely, there's a few strands here and there. Now it's better, I think. A nightmare pattern there. Don't want it to sit that high. That's the thing, yeah. Let's just do the other one. It turned out okay. I just need to even it a bit. There's a few fibers here and there. That's for later. So I just gonna find similar one to run below. Yeah, the struggle is real there. That was a challenge. But let's find a pair to set underneath. This one can be something. I'm gonna have a whole skin on my table later. There we are, one feather. Just cleaning up the stuff there. You're gonna need a vacation after this pattern, yeah? Whew. That's gonna be nice. Just gonna shorten it a bit. Shorten the stem as well. We're slowly getting there. I'm gonna find that one was damaged. So I forgot which side I need. So let me just have a look. Yeah, that's the one I needed. Perfect. So I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat, but sorry for being slow. This one requires a bit of a concentration. So just cutting off a bit of feather there to align them. Same below. Yeah, that can do. So I'm gonna leave the tinsel there and then pick it out when I need it. Now I'm gonna move it. So let me see where we are there. Just gonna get this one out of the way. Not that shabby though. So I think that's gonna work. So let's push forward. Oh yeah, oof. Tying a green Highlander or a York Scott. I'm so tired of those patterns. I can puke. Yeah, you're right. No, I'm not complaining at all. This is a really, really fun challenge. So just want them to align. Oh, it's not that ugly. So time to work on the body a bit. So just tying in this nylon. And going back with the thread. Thanks a lot, David. Oh, commercially. Yeah. I would go into like a collecting stamps or something instead, to be honest. Tying this one commercially, that would be complete nightmare. So just even up the body a bit. So, tinsel. Let's start with the flat one first. Bit wax to the thread. We have progress. I didn't expect any progress there. That was quite hard. So what do you guys think about the crests? Should I tie them in first before the last pair of feathers here? Oops. Did mess up the wing a bit there. And then back. Just getting this one out of the way. And then I can start to sort out the feathers here that I, by mistake, shifted around. I think there's a small gap there. But hey, I think that's okay anyhow. Lesson learned. Steam the feathers. Yeah, correct. I think that's the same, Dave. Crest next. Just gonna open a body. A short one. Then we have the crests. Ta-da. That's gonna be interesting. One crest is really nice. The other one is, yeah, okay. But I'm gonna use them. That's what I got. It's okay for a practice run though. I wonder if I'm gonna actually start here. I need a bit more space for the body. I just noticed these feathers are splitting up a bit. Yeah, now it looks better. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna tie this one in. I think I'm just gonna make sure it's pointing in the right direction. Which is not yet at least. There we go. And then with some pressure of the other wing. Yeah, Adam, this one is a challenge. You need to stay hydrated. Sorry. So I'm gonna try to do the same thing with this one. Not as nice though, but yeah, it's okay. So let's see if we can force this one. No. The other one was much nicer. So then we just lay this one flat against the hook. Like that. Yeah, there we are. It's a strange looking fly, this one, yeah? So now to the big size. The big ones. This is not a pattern you tie on a regular basis. So let me first cut this one. Just gonna see if this one is good enough. Yeah. So I'm just preparing, matching the size. Cutting the stem off a bit. The stem, they just want to stay the other side, yeah? They just want to turn. So I need to cut a bit more. There we go. I think it's gonna be interesting to see how, how that one turns. That's going to be really hard to get to look nice. But at least we have, so I just need to figure out how I'm going to get the call that one. So first gonna see. It's gonna be a disaster. Because the feather is there, but this, my God, I forgot the name. Yeah, the crest. How do I get the crest where I want it? Now that is on that side. No, that's not really working. That's impossible to get right. And you need to tie one feather on at a time. So let's do that. I'm gonna try to do that. Else the crest will, they will not be where you want them. Nah. Terrible. Just reading the chat. Yeah, the crest for afterwards, you mean? Just put them outside. I think that can be an option, really. Else we're gonna have a 6 or 7 hour live video. I'm gonna do that. So just pairing up this one again. Strange. It looked nice earlier. Now it doesn't really fit itself. Something like that. So, what I'm gonna do now, wax the thread. So I'm gonna put on the crest afterwards. Most likely just on the sides, because you don't really want to bend these feathers, because then they just start splitting. There you go. Yeah, Dave, I'm never going to talk to you again. No, it was actually me proposing it to you as well, since I never tied one. So it's not Dave's fault. Don't blame Dave. I blame myself. No, but it's a learning curve. Fantastic, just to do something different instead of Jock Scott all the time, or Green Highlander, or something completely boring. So let's see if I can put this feather where it should be. There we go. Not that bad. But one feather was really, really sharp. Just went into my finger. So now we need to have the feathers on top. So I'm gonna pick a pair of that. And then, yeah, slowly we're getting there. Oops. So I'm gonna take one from each side. There we are. Yeah, it's not that bad being tied alive on live, but it's not a piece of art that it could be. But I think you need to struggle through like 4 or 5 of these before you're getting hang of everything. These feathers are really nasty. I put it that way. There we go. Nice looking feather. Let me show you guys. Yeah. So let's see if I can pair this one up. Getting there. A bit more wax to the thread. So there we are. I just want to split that one. So I get my side as nice as your side. So I might be able to get through here. There we are. Yeah. So that's the look there. And on my side, that's the look. So I just need to do some work below here. Oh, come on. Of course. So I'm just going to sort that one out first. Now they're turning. And then want these to be on each side as well. There we go. So that wasn't that bad. It was a bit of a struggle, honestly. But yeah, great fun. So I'm just going to cut these ones off so we can start to add the sides, and then we're going to add a topping. I think I just reached like a new level of calmness, mindfulness, not completely exploding, throwing the vise out of the window. That was nice. Side on. Just gonna repeat that on the other side. Not that bad. So I'm gonna be pleased with that one. You had faith in me. Wow. Thank you very much. I was a bit worried there myself, to be honest. All right. Let's get that other one. But yeah, there is no sane people doing Traherne patterns live. So it's a bit special. That's gonna be a real loop of a topping. So let's see what I got. Just move that one a bit. There we are. So let's find some toppings then. I don't need a huge one. Yeah, the crest feather. That I would never had made it otherwise. So I had to change. The plan was, of course, to continue with it in the middle, but that was too hard for me. I've seen a few guys who actually made that happen. I don't know how, but they did. This one is nice. Nice fall. So I just want to see if I can press that down a bit. But to be honest, I noticed that I'm not really pleased with the crests. They're like moving around. So I might need to reset those. That one is okay. Mine is pointing a bit like that, as you can see. So let me redo that. And now they, of course, are very short since I cut them off. But they don't need to be that long. Better. It's turning. That was a evil feather as well. So let me see if I can flatten it. The tying point. If I can find my tools. There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. Yeah, it's okay. So let's see how we do with this topping then. Don't touch the feathers too much. I always do. And I have to regret it. But I want them to like even up to look good. I think that one is gonna be pretty okay. Not sure I need two, but just in case. I forgot this one. So I'm impressed, guys. We've been pushing 2 hours and 10 minutes, and there's still people watching. Thank you very much for that. Marathon tying. I think I need to tie it in even earlier. Then just bend it into position. There we go. And I'm gonna tie the whole thing in due to the fact we're gonna have a herl head. Oh, that's lovely, Adam. Morning coffee and watching tying videos. That is just superb. So what I do after I tied these flies, normally I go up and look at some camping videos. I'm gonna do a lot of camping next year, fishing trips, so on. So I just look for inspiration. Not as lovely as it could be, but what do you guys think? One more topping, right? These were quite nice. I just sorting toppings. That's gonna be way too long. Too long. Just going through my pile of toppings. Sooner or later we're gonna find one that gonna be good. Too long, too long. Everything is too long. But first I just need to visit the men's room. 1 second. Yeah, ASFI in Calgary. I've been thinking of staying before or after for a fishing trip. If I can find somebody to fish with. I don't want to do it myself. Yes, be right back. Okay, back again. Now we can find that last topping. Yeah, it would be nice. I never fished in Canada before, but yeah, they got plenty of beer over there, so maybe I need somebody local. So let me see if I reshape that one. Let me see where we are. And take away the bend a bit. Ta-da! There we are, guys. So, more wax to the thread. And I'm gonna need to pull up those crests. I'm noticing they are falling down. So let me see what we can do. Just tying that one in. Just make sure to press it down a bit as well. And there we go. So now we have the herl head to worry about. However, feathers moving around. It's not as nice as it could be. But your side is much nicer than my side, so. Yeah, it's okay. So let's do the herl head. It's a great looking pattern. I think it would be just crazy in the water. You know how well peacock etc. work on flies. So I do think this one would be pretty cool in the water. If I ever tie one again, which actually can happen real soon. Oh, sorry. Now I do the opposite. Then I would tie one on a fishing hook, just to see how it behaves in the water and see if I can catch a salmon on it. I just want to catch that. That wasn't the smartest thing I could do, because it's hard to catch the herl. So let me tie it in shorter. Somewhere like that. Now I will be able to just bind over it. So just cutting the stem here carefully. Yeah, I think it looks quite nice. And then just pushing the herl backwards. I'm gonna wet it later. Oh, I can do that now. Just wet it a bit and then you brush it out. But first I'm just gonna secure the thread. Careful not pushing too much. Might have to lift them up a bit. There we go. So let me change the angle. See, I'm still alive. Somehow. Whoop. There we go. Bronze pirate. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna tie that in the near future, to be honest with you. That was hard work. So guys, once again we finished the Traherne pattern. I'm gonna start a new Traherne pattern tomorrow, since I need to have a challenge somehow. I can't pronounce that one. Yeah, I'm just gonna write it in the next. After this video, I'm gonna schedule that live session, and then you know the name of the pattern. So thanks a lot for watching. Yeah, just amazing. You know, come on, 2.5 hours of struggle. I'm very, very grateful you guys spend time watching me do this crazy fly. So if you want, join up tomorrow. Like, share the video, comment, anything. I always answer. if you want to do one-on-one tying, let me know. I take times to support my community and friends. So let me know. Okay, guys. Thank you. Love you all. Bye.